Yesterday, all the big news. Thank you, Mr. Lott. I'm going to read that super chat shortly. All the big news was coming out of New York yesterday, and it was centered primarily around a gunman. And so we're going to spend a couple different segments on this one. A gunman who killed himself along with 4 other people, which includes a police officer. And I think he killed an executive of BlackRock. Let's get into it, y'all.
Horror in Midtown Manhattan as a gunman opened fire in a busy high-rise office building with a high-powered M4 rifle. Multiple people are confirmed dead, including the gunman. Joining me now is ABC's Will Reeve from the scene.
Here on the ground on Park Avenue in the middle of Manhattan, it was a wall of sound and light, helicopters, emergency response of every kind, scared workers and locals and tourists alike walking out, not knowing what to do. What we do know now from a press conference from Mayor Adams tonight, there are 4 innocent people dead, plus the shooter, Shane Tamura, who traveled a long way to be here, ending his own life and the lives of others in that building right there. Juju.
Will Reeve, thank you. The NYPD and federal investigators tonight are working to answer a multitude of questions about this horrifying attack, including what motivated the gunman to wield such a conspicuous weapon in broad daylight on the streets of New York City. Tonight, mayhem erupting on the streets of Midtown Manhattan.
Confirmed shots fired, 345 Park Avenue, big shots fired inside.
Around 6:30 tonight, a man seen here in this photo wearing body armor and armed with a high-powered rifle entered the 44-story office building at 345 Park Avenue, headquarters of the NFL and Blackstone Group, an investment firm.
The building's security camera footage shows the shooter enter the lobby, turn right, and immediately open fire on an NYPD officer. He then shoots a woman who took cover behind a pillar and proceeds through the lobby, spraying it with gunfire. He makes his way to the elevator bank, where he shoots a security guard who was taking cover.
The suspect shot 5 people, killing 4, including a 36-year-old off-duty NYPD officer, Didarel Islam, an immigrant from Bangladesh and a 3.5-year veteran. His wife pregnant with their 3rd child.
He embodies what this city is all about. He's a true blue New Yorker, not only in a uniform he wore, but in his spirit and energy of loving this.
Seem like police officers who pass on duty, off duty. Blackstone, not BlackRock. Okay, I appreciate you for the clarification. Thank you. I'm not above being more insight. But it seems like every time somebody passes away, whether a cop passes away or not, that they always have a child or somebody that is being born. I don't know what that is. They always got a child or somebody being born. I'm going to say this before we even get into this show. I think that people that do this type of stuff, although there is some people, because trust me, yes, I've seen the different people online that talk about, oh my God, the NFL, this and that, blah, and so on and so forth, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I think that people that do this type of stuff, they're 100%, they think that they're awesome. They think that they're doing some righteous cause. They think that they're doing something so phenomenal. I think that they cowards. I really do. I know we had the Walmart killing the other day and all of this stuff. These people are the biggest cowards ever, bro. They're such cowards. They always got a note. They always got a cause. They want to go in and prove to everybody. And yes, I'm a deep dive a little bit because I know that what he was, what they say that he was targeting and all of that. But these people are cowards. These are some of the biggest cowards that I've ever seen in my entire life, bro. Because they don't go in, they don't go in the police. You know what I'm saying? They don't try to kill themselves. They kill themselves as a last resort. They go in, shoot an unarmed security guard, shoot a police off-duty cop, shoot a woman that's trying to hide and all of this stuff. And then they want to come in and blame it on CTE. Yeah, I watched the movie that Will Smith starred in where he was uncovering the CTE. I don't think that nobody is that broken. I don't believe personally that anybody is that broken where Oh man, I'm just going crazy. I gotta go get the M4 and then just go kill everybody. I don't believe that anybody is that broken. Y'all do realize that all these things that we have on this earth is mostly man-made. The gun that you walking in, the coat that you put on, the sunglasses that you got. So you're telling me that your CTE prompted you, or the suffering that you had prompted you at some point to go and kill a bunch of other people. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You ain't that crazy. You just need a whooping. That's what you need. You ain't that crazy. You need a whooping. Honestly. I don't care what they claim. They claim he had mental health issues. I don't care. You ain't that crazy. I seen a belt get the devil off plenty of people. I seen a belt remove all of the. That's what we used to call it back in the day. Oh, you got mental health issues. Where the strap at? Where the strap? You got mental health issues? Oh, that's just the devil. That's what grandma used to say. Oh, you just got the devil in you. We gonna fix that. All of a sudden, all of that mental health issue junk. I seen plenty of kids straighten up. Oh, you got problems in your household. Oh, you don't know how to act right in school. You a problem child. The student nurse, the nurses at the school. Oh, they told you that you had ADHD. You can't pay attention. Where the strap at? I know how to fix that. Be in school studying like a mug. Focused. As long as they was under my mom's house or my grandmother's house, they was focused. All of this self-diagnosed bull crap, y'all need therapy. I got something for you. I know how to fix that. Oh, we black people need therapy. No, you need some money. You needed a whooping when you was younger, and you need to get some self-control and a strong father in your life. Got nothing to do with no therapy. How you gonna go to other people that's broken that went and studied something to go and self-diagnose to fix you? Anton, they don't give you the solution. They give you the tools to be able to fix it for yourself. Oh, you saying I already got what I need? So what I need you for? Honestly, I'm sick of all of the excuses of people that can go in and take other people's lives and ruin other people's lives, and they keep on blaming it on mental health. You not dumb. You not stupid. You not unfocused. You know what you're doing. Everybody confused. Ain't nobody confused. Everybody confused. You confused? I got something for that.
City.
The gunman was found dead from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound on the 33rd floor. This photo showing the gun multiple sources say he used to carry out the rampage, covered in blood. Police identified the shooter as 27-year-old Las Vegas resident Shane Tamura, who drove his black BMW from Nevada to New York.
Inside of that vehicle, officers found a rifle case with rounds, a loaded revolver, ammunition, and magazines, a backpack, and medication prescribed to Mr. Tamura. Mr. Tamura has a documented mental health history. His motives are still under investigation, and we are working to understand why he targeted this particular location.
As the shooting unfolded, police immediately locking down the neighborhood and conducting a floor-by-floor search of the building.
We knew something bad was happening. We heard the choppers, we heard all the sirens. It was crazy. So, and then of course, everyone was on their phones following along. Like, you guys were telling us more than, knew the media. Telling us more than what we were able to find out. So, yeah.
Employees told to shelter in place, barricading themselves inside offices with furniture. Workers with hands raised, then released from the building with police escort. Tonight, local law enforcement teaming up with federal officials to continue the investigation.
Our city is in mourning for the...
Yeah, they mental health. But you can drive in your BMW all the way from Las Vegas to New York with sunglasses on, the whole 9 yards. Mental health, though, right? I just want to make sure that we putting things in perspective, because I'm not saying that people don't have mental health issues or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I haven't studied it. I'm only giving it to you from a C student's perspective, right? Giving you my opinion on this part. I present the facts, and then we try to break it down from a C student's perspective. And so this is the thing that I'm trying to understand. How are you able to operate like an adult with everything else, but then it's all mental health and prescription? I know people that take prescriptions that don't even need it. I know people that take prescriptions so that they can sell the prescription pill over to somebody else. You drove from Vegas to New York. All right, got it.
Innocent lives lost. May their memories be a blessing.
And joining me now, retired FBI agent and ABC News contributor Brad Garrett. Brad, thanks for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
And as you know, the NYPD commissioner says that the alleged gunman had a documented history of mental illness. What all will investigators be looking for to uncover what might have motivated him?
Well, they're going to obviously have to look at the following. Does he have any connection, either directly or indirectly, to some aspect of the building in New York? In other words,
let me pivot over and I'm going to present another view of it. This is Fox News' coverage of it.
This is a Fox News alert. The FBI has joined the investigation into the deadly shooting in New York City that killed 4 people, including an off-duty NYPD officer. The gunman was identified as 27-year-old Shane Tamura from Las Vegas, who has a history of mental illness.
Retired FBI agent Jason Pack joined.
A lot, you know what else I've seen a lot of times when people go crazy? You know what else I've seen? I've seen people go crazy a lot of times from losing a lot of money. I've seen people go crazy a lot of times from losing a lot of money. Maybe they hit the craps table. Maybe they hit the blackjack table. You brought more than you can afford to lose. I don't know. I don't think that anything should be off the table until we learn more. I don't know. I don't think that anything should be off the table until we learn more. I don't. I used to follow some YouTubers that moved over to, I still do. I think that they're on a pathway to being under a bridge. It's a fascinating find. It's a fascinating observation of their inability to be able to get themselves a job. I look at Umar Johnson. I think that Umar Johnson could be placed in the same mental health field, because ain't no way in the world that you can sit here and tell me that he is logical with his thinking. It's a lot of people that we see in the black. You know what they do? They just keep on panhandling. They just keep on keeping on. They just keep on figuring it out. There's a whole lot of people out here in these streets that don't opt to go and kill a bunch of people every single day. Every single day I see people that is out of their mind that we just laugh at, and they just keep on just keeping on. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Where my queens at? Where my African queens? Where my European queens? Where my European Africans? Where my Asian Africans? Where my American Africans? Where my Africans from LA? Baby Smurf is trying to stop me, Medea said that she wanted to get my schlong, and she decided that, she wanted to go down on the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Dr. Bussy is probably trying to break into my account, and that's why they have it frozen. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're one flooring away from being able to get our license to open up the FDMG ABCFD HIJK Elemental P school for boys and girls. And ladies and gentlemen, I will be the principal. Yes, I will. The only thing that we need to do, is we need to have a paint party, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I did hire some black people, and so the reason why your donations is missing is because the black folks, for whatever reason, they don't like Dr. Umar. If I just had all of you, if I at any point ever helped you with your child, if I at any point ever changed your life, if we can just get 80 people to write testimonials on YouTube, we could squash all of the negative hate every time every time that I wake up and I look at YouTube, I got Medea, I got Baby Smurf, who is my biological child that I never was there for, but she's trying to tell me down. We got Queen Smurf, who is her mother that I just so happen to have sex with that I didn't marry. And we got Dr. Bussy, and I don't know why he's trying to put a freeze on my account. I got the IRS on my buttocks, but peace and Pan-Africanism. If I can get $5 from everybody that's on this live right now, I would be able to feed myself. If I can get $5, I'm going to say it again. I need you to understand, overstand, and understand. If I can get $5 from everybody on here until I can get my account unfrozen, I called them and I said, was it due to any fraud on my own? They said, no, Dr. Umar Johnson, Ifa Tunde, peace and Pan-Africanism. But I am going on tour right after I get this $5. So I will be in Philly. I will be in LA. Delaware, ladies, check in on Delaware. I will be in Delaware, and then I'm going into the bushes of Ghana, and I will be with you right after I do another interview. And then we going to get the floors together on the FDMG BFC school, and then we should be getting our occupancy, and then we going to have a paint party. You can't tell me that man not crazy. You can't. It's nothing. You're never. Hey, you know what the craziest part about it? I know y'all crazy because y'all are the ones that really believed in it. People were arguing with me for years. Hey, man, no, he's going to save black people. At least he opened up a school, and I was looking at them like, you's a fool, and the truth ain't in you. You's a fool. You, lady, who enrolled your child and put him on a waiting list 15 years ago, and now he's a grown man going to an HBCU. You a fool for actually believing that your child was going to enroll in the FDM-BMG school. So I always question who's crazy and who's not crazy. I got to ask the question, who's crazy and not crazy? Why should we not? Do Dr. Umar Johnson got CTE? I don't know. I believe so. I think that Dr. Umar Johnson's brain need to be studied in the same way that this young man's brain need to be studied.
Joins us now. Jason, the Post is reporting that the gunman was carrying a note that cites the NFL and blamed football for his apparent struggle with CTE. He also asked that his brain be studied. Now, the NFL has offices here on floors 5 through 8. Are you hearing anything from your sources in the FBI throughout law enforcement as to why this guy ended up going to the 33rd floor?
Not yet. That's one of the major questions investigators have this morning as they work overnight to piece together this senseless murder that happened out there. And we've heard of CTE, Todd, with the NFL players and the concussions. And so for some reason, there's something triggered him. There's some kind of grievance that triggered him.
Y'all making me laugh. I'm trying not to look at the chat, but y'all making me laugh. You said Umar gonna come get me, bro. Listen. I just be joking on him. I actually want him to fix his life and get a job. You know what I'm saying? Go and get you some psychology classes or something. Go get you a residency in a university at an HBCU. You can do something to get a job. What's up with our black men not getting jobs? I actually want him to do well. So I just joke on him a little bit. I am the very last person, the very, 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 very last person that Umar Johnson would want to ever have a conversation about. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? He can keep finessing y'all on Instagram and Facebook, and that's cool. I think he's a great entertainer. That is the last thing that Umar Johnson ever wants. The last thing. That would be the end of his YouTube career. I promise you that one.
Grievance, whether that was against a particular person or the NFL, that's still what investigators are trying to learn this morning. And the reason we just don't know why the elevator got off on that particular floor. A lot of times in most of the buildings in New York, you get on an elevator and it's only one floor, and somebody else determines where the elevator goes. It's not like in the movies where you push all the buttons, where the kids are pushing all the buttons there. So that's another question investigators need to answer, is what particularly was he looking for? There was that management firm on that floor. So is that relevant? Is that not? That's what they're looking for answers for today.
Yeah. So